It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker. How's everybody doing? Wake, wake, wake. Wake up. It's Monday morning. It's a new day. Let's see here. Get everything situated. Hey, Steampunk Town. Hey, Craig. Let's see. Pop that chat out. Sorry, I got the sniffles this morning. I had to go out in the snow and good times, good times. Let's see here. All right. Well, let's see. We have Steampunk Town. We have Landshark Picker, Craig, Beth, Reseller Rowboat. She's driving this morning to the Austin Bins. We got Sally in the house. Woohoo!
What up?
And she is off work for 3 days, and she is happy as a lark.
Oh, yes.
Because she gets to come home and work some more.
Mm-hmm.
You're happy.
Doing something that I enjoy.
There you go. And that's the thing. It doesn't seem like work. It doesn't seem like work.
I went in there, I had to go to the store because I forgot to go buy cigarettes. So I took a shower and everything, changed, and went back to the store, came home, and Jonah was going to work. I was like, "On a ride?" He was like, "Yeah, I'll take a ride." So took him to work.
Because he normally walks.
Yeah, it's like down the road. It's like less than a quarter of a mile. So super, super quick walk. He usually gets there in 15 minutes.
That's not bad.
No. So he's young. He can do it, you know.
Yep.
But every once in a while, especially, I just came home and I'm like, "Well, you want to go?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I took him to work and stopped by to get me a ticket because I won $100 last night.
Holy crap!
And so I bought another ticket and I won another 20.
Wow.
So
man. So are you buying $2 tickets when you win 100?
They're 10.
They're $10.
Yep.
Man.
If you want to get the big money, you gotta try big.
Yikes. I don't know.
Yeah. See, Brandon bought a ticket at my store, and see, I can't buy those because they're in the counter part and we're not allowed to buy them ourselves. But Brandon bought one and it lost, and he's like he went to Walmart and stuff and had to stop by the store. So he asked if it was on the next one, and they said yeah. So he bought the next one, and that one won $100. So
man, oh man,
good thinking on his part.
Yeah.
So
challenge went good yesterday. Had a great challenge. There wasn't a whole lot of people. Yeah, Jody won with 2 points.
Cool.
Mary had 1 point.
Oh, good.
So at least there was some points out there.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bluegrass Picker. Reselling Addicts, Jen. Glad to see you here. Ansie's here.
Hi, all you people.
Fishing and picking. I know, to remember the names to everybody, it's kind of hard at first, but if you get a chance, go over to, I think it's called Entrepreneurs. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird name, but a couple of pickers are going to be on there today.
Okay.
And that is with Nate. Every day I'm hustling, I believe. And yeah, go over there and watch them. They're on at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Jen says, you guys, I sold 4 items that I listed yesterday. The pot was $65.
Wow.
So you know, I don't know. Got to get in it. I mean, it's $5. Yes.
We're on number 557.
We're on 557. Yes, I went
Crazy.
through with my dementia mind and went through all of the videos. Now, this is not counting, that's not counting the challenges, and it's not counting any of my videos that I do on that channel. So only the Picker Daily Hustle, we're 557.
Wow.
That's crazy. Oh, Tracy? No, I don't think so, Myra. Tracy's going to have her own show. I'm confused. I don't know. Maybe that's the way it's going. Anywho.
Fishing and Pickens said, Sally, any truth that the last ticket on the roll is a winner? Not always.
Yep.
Like the last one that I got, see, I like playing the $10 cash words. The last $10 cash word that I got that was the last one on the roll, it was $100 winner. But there are sometimes that it's not a winner. So
Tracy's tomorrow. I am not sure. I believe that it's a couple of pickers today. And I might be wrong because sometimes I am wrong. Morning, Tom. Why aren't you in here? Get in, get on in here. Oh yeah, you're right. Tracy today. I don't know.
I went and pulled most of my items and I thought I was going to beat you. I thought I was going to you know, be in here whenever you got in here. And my stupid page didn't refresh. And I was like, and then I seen the notification pop up. I was like, how'd you do that? She tricked me. Hi, Mary.
Mary. Yeah, she listed 90 yesterday.
Woo.
90. But yeah, things are slow. Things are, you know, it's that slowness, but I am prepared for my little challenge for my, not really a challenge. It's more of a, let's see if I can, you know, do this and it makes a difference. But we'll see. I'm just listing today and tomorrow, just making drafts. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they're going to go live, you know, a little bit at a time, but I'll go through and I'm going to try.
What are you doing on Sunday?
Listing challenge.
I mean, so you're going to list items.
Yeah. I'll just list my normal hard goods, jewelry, whatever I can find.
Yeah.
But those 4 days, that's going to be, the goal is to list or make 50 of those drafts live each day. And I'm not going to do it all at once. I'm going to do a little bit during the day. Yeah. You know, a little bit at a time during the day.
I got to eat a Nana.
Okay. 3 small sales overnight. Not stuff I listed yesterday. But still there's sales.
I didn't get shit.
Still there's sales. So I got a sale this morning and then they canceled it.
Oh. Fuck 'em.
Like, dirty bastards. Oh well.
Here's what I think of you.
Yeah. Exactly. Uh,
Hi,
morning,
Lori.
Lori.
Good morning. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, how is everybody this morning?
All right.
Oh, Henri. Henri. Mr. Sadie, good morning. Elfar.
Hell far.
Mm.
Oh.
How's
Yeah.
everybody's weekend?
Yeah.
Right.
It was a weekend.
Yeah.
It wasn't super good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think I
got
have 9. I think there's 9 going out today. So it's not too horribly bad.
I think that's what I got going on is 9.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
No,
I think I
that's
have,
6.
Cool.
but I tell you what, I am loving this inventory system for what I got up right now. Yesterday, so last night after the show, after the challenge, I go and I start, looking for my stuff. Well, this one item I cannot find.
Uh-huh.
And I'm thinking, okay. So I'm like, okay, but it sold on Poshmark. So I was like, okay, so I need to go over to my eBay, look for the number, see if it's got a number. And then, and sure enough, it had a number, went right through the item, pulled it out, and it was, but I still got a long way to go to
Beth
get
said,
it.
was it 13?
Oh, she got 13 sales.
Oh, she got 13 sales. Okay.
Yeah.
She's headed to the Austin Bins
Nice.
today. So she got to spend the weekend with her grandkids.
Reselling Addicts wants to know your inventory system, Valerie.
Well, I need to do a video on it, really.
Well, you guys kind of did.
Yeah. Basically what I have is everything gets a number. And I know, and I will tell you, Nikki is the one that, I'm going to give her credit because she's like, I told you. Anyway, so it's basically giving each item a number and all that. So and putting it in the system, putting it in the SKU. And I know a lot of people had done it, but I just didn't. I needed to do it kind of special for me. And do it the way that I would comprehend it. So it would be easy for me to, everything to sink in type of thing. But Oklahoma's covered in ice. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
sorry.
pretty rough here today too.
We got about 4 inches of snow last night, which is a lot for us.
Yeah.
We were driving in it, so.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. I don't.
Yeah, be careful, Todd.
Yes, please.
Be very careful. Put some ice out, or put some salt out. Put some ice on that salt. Oh my gosh.
Mr. C says I have a system I like to call hide and seek. It's cutting edge.
I got that. I kind of got that half and half right now of the same thing. So I don't like that.
Yeah.
I do.
So have you incorporated the duct tape system in, or the duct labels in?
I have not done that. I will do that I'm thinking I'll do that for my hard goods.
It is good for hard goods.
And I think that'll, because everything's like on a shelf.
Right.
And so I think I'm going to do that system for the hard goods.
Yeah. I have it for both, but I haven't got it all finished yet. But it's a work in progress, I tell you that. Especially when you got a lot of items.
Yep.
So it's like, good Lord.
And it's a process because I basically what I'm doing is going through every taupe and picking out, finding the things that aren't listed
Mhm.
And then the things that are listed, I'm going ahead and giving them a number, putting it in the system, and putting them on the shelf. I can't, what is it? I can't remember what that thing's called.
It's called Pack and Track, Ansley.
Pack and Track. That's right.
Yeah, it's made by Duct Tape. It's
Yeah.
called Pack and Track. It's basically for people who are moving and they put put all their stuff in boxes and put it on there and they know where it goes, and like it'll say, you can say
They know
bedroom.
what's in
Yeah.
each box.
Yeah. Well, I used it for my inventory system. So because you can scan it into your phone. Let me show you. I got it on my iPad here, and it's like, I think I paid $5 for it at Walmart. I don't know what it is now, but you get 40 labels for $5, I think. Or no, it was $20 when it first came out.
Uh-huh.
I found them on clearance for $5, so I picked up another box. But it's just called the Pack and Track. You can scan the label, which I don't have a label available right now to do that, but you scan the barcode or the QR code, and you say find your boxes. You label your boxes however you want. And let's say I say find Tony Stewart. So I can do it by voice and say find Tony Stewart. Oh, wait a minute. It said everything I did. Hold on. Tony Stewart. Well, are you not listening?
Wake up. It's Monday
Tony
morning.
Stewart. And I'll hit find it, and it'll tell me every box that has anything that has to do. I don't know if you can see that. Any item that has anything to do with Tony Stewart, it'll tell me. So, and then I just click on that box or that particular first one, and I'll see if it's in there. If not, I go back one and click the next one. So a lot of times I've got so much Tony Stewart stuff from a clean out. It's unreal how many units I have of that. So that's why
I don't even know who that is.
He's a NASCAR racer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For Home Depot back in the day, but a lot of it's all new stuff unopened. So, but that's how it works for me. And I have different shelves. I have like a pre-pack shelf that has everything that needs to be pre-packed. So that's in the system. It'll be under PPS-1 or PPS-2, whichever shelf it's going to be on. So, and then I even put in that, when you put in there your description or whatever it is, I put in how much I paid for it. That way when I go to pull it, I can write that on because I print out an order sheet from the eBay page, where it shows all that's sold. I'll print that out, and I have I'll write location, I put it all out and the cost of the goods, because as I'm doing all my labels at the end of everything packed and ready to go, and I have my shipping costs and all that, my fees, I figure all that out, and it shows me I write down what my profit margin is after I figure all that out, so that I can track that. I can track what my profit is every month.
Yeah, so that's great.
Rather than have stacks of paper with everything written on it, I can just go in here and say, well, I only paid $5 for that. So
good morning, Liz and Maggie and Nikki.
It works for me. Rather than having 6 or 7 different inventory books, I have my iPad. All the information is right there.
Yep. Yeah. I'm really hopeful that, once I get everything up and running, and I may not even get this system up and running by the time I leave.
Oh, I think you will.
I think I will, because I've been pretty adamant about it, and
you'll get to the point to where you won't want to deal with any other crap, as far as not finding stuff. So
it's hard to be like in that in between right now, where part of it is and part of it isn't.
Because it seems like whenever you're missing something, it's in the part that isn't.
Right.
So you still have, hey, crap, there's 15 totes that could be in.
Yes.
So you're like, yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah. But I mean, it'll all come together. It'll all come together.
Slowly but surely it does.
Move. Oh, move.
What's up, Nikki?
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
How you doing?
Ah,
I second that. Liz, how you doing? Hope everything's going good for you. Been still plugging along. Let's see. Silver Air Stacker says, I do tuck and roll, tuck under the pile and roll out with the item.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dive on
That thing
in.
is- I can picture him doing that too.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Morning, Hank. And anybody else I missed? Morning, everybody.
Oh. Yeah, we had a good challenge yesterday. Maggie hung out with me all day. She's probably
Nice.
tired of me. But man, 8 hours. I was
That's all right.
like, how in the heck do I ever do
You haven't
this?
done that in a while.
No. I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I mean,
Yeah.
start to yawn and everything, but I made it through.
Like that's exercising a muscle that you haven't used in a while.
Hopefully, I'll get to participate in the next one.
I'll get used to it, and then I'll be gone again. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's the way it always works.
I was at our hayride.
How'd that go?
Ah.
Not very good.
Not very good.
I
Huh?
mean, the hayride was fine, but we only got, well, it's 4 below. Feels like 15 below.
Wow.
So we only ended up getting, and then the Vikings game came on at 3 instead of noon. So we only got like 33 people through the gate. I mean, 33 adults through the gate because the kids are free.
Right.
So we didn't do too swell, but
Well, that's not. I mean, for it being that cold, you were lucky to
Yeah.
get one.
I know.
Mhm.
and our kitchen made over $100, so which isn't much, but
Better than
I would have been
nothing.
like, here's my money, bye.
yeah, it's better than nothing. And next
Um,
weekend is supposed to be in the high 20s, so we'll get a lot more people, I bet.
Yeah. Cyosa Cells is a good. She's a good watcher. Shirley, you deleted her message.
Probably by accident.
I'm sure it was by accident. I just wanted to let you know. Cyosa Cells, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens.
We'll get it straightened out. Do you have to go into YouTube and do that?
I think so. Let me look here and see if I.
I've done that before when I went to go look at somebody's
No,
channel.
Oops.
I got her.
And then there's like a little bit of lag or something, and
Yeah.
you end up deleting them or blocking them.
Yeah.
And that.
We got you.
You're all good, Cyosa Cells. Sorry about that.
No,
Nope.
you didn't do anything.
No, you didn't mess up. You're good.
Sometimes we just hit buttons and we don't mean to.
It happens.
But yeah, so I'm excited for things to coming and things happening and all that. I think it's
Oh, put too much
It's a
salt
great
on my
thing.
breakfast. Oh,
Huh?
used to just stop, drop, and dig, but that started to hurt. Oh,
I can imagine. So is Gwen doing all his shipping?
yeah.
yes.
Oh my God. Way to push her into the.
Yeah. I mean, that's a way to get her trained.
No doubt.
Get her all trained up. Yep. She'll be in the fitness department now.
I tried to get Teresa to help me today. She's like, nope, I'm not doing it.
Well, today's Brandon's only day off, so he's making me do my own shipping, I guess.
His only day off.
Yeah.
Well, he should be doing the shipping. Yes.
Yes, he has. I mean, this is his day off, so
Yeah,
he's
I know.
still in bed.
Well, go get you an air horn.
You know, that's how
Wake
the cookie
up.
crumbles.
see.
I slept in a little bit. I slept in till like 7:30.
That's great. Mr. Sadie says I don't even try to moderate. I would be deleting
the heck?
myself. I know, Shirley. No worries. All good.
Yeah. It's good.
You got that happy trigger finger there. Gets me in trouble every time. Mr. Sadie says he's going to an auction tonight. That's cool.
I'm going to an auction tonight too. Stay away from my auction, Mr. Sadie.
Right,
My
Liz?
favorite
That's
auction.
what I'm waiting for.
I'm
She
going to.
says, I keep telling my husband, let me know when I have a day off. Ain't no days off.
My auctioneer is having my favorite auction. He's having a pop-up auction tonight, and he's gonna do all kinds of prizes and everything. You can win turkeys and meat, and
Awesome.
yeah, he's got to clean the auction barn out. So because he's got his first annual or his first of the year, excuse me, first for this year antique auction coming up. He's got to clear out space.
Oh.
Because we've had so much snow recently, his auctions haven't been great. You know, he hasn't had much people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much people. That sounded good.
Well, yeah. We accept all.
I
We accept all kinds of language here.
are smart. I do know English.
It's okay. You're frozen up there. You're trying to defrost.
Yeah.
Oh, Gwen has done some shipping.
Oh.
Well, maybe she hasn't done all the shipping. He's supposed to be back tomorrow
Yeah.
Oh, good.
for a minute.
Mhm.
I bet that's a big job. I mean, many years of
Sure.
collecting.
Sure. I mean,
That's got to be amazing, though. I mean, I bet he's gotten tons of cool memories that he'll always have, you know, with her.
Yep.
I'm going through all that stuff and hearing all those stories.
Yeah, he said she has like every paper.
Yeah.
Of him and his brothers from like
That's
kindergarten to high school.
that is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I kept some stuff of my kids, but
papers but I mean, I think what I did was I basically anything that I had saved and that didn't get thrown away or tossed or I mean, I gave that to them when they were, you know, adults.
Yeah.
I'm like, you take care of it now.
I'm not giving it to them. I mean, if they want it later or something, I'll give it to them, but I'm not giving it to them right now.
Yeah.
Too young still.
Uh,
They would throw it away probably.
Yeah.
I was just thinking the same thing. My kids would just, I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't need. What do I need
Yeah.
this for? I don't need this report card.
Yeah.
My kids don't even want to see like pictures of them. Job's really horrible. He's like, stop posting pictures of me on Facebook with like memories of when I was like 12. And I'm like, why? I think you were cute at 12. He's like, I look like a dumbass. I'm like, well.
Oh, okay. Silver Air Stacker said he put 5-day handling on. So
Oh, well, that's good.
He can handle it when he gets home. Well, that's good. I mean, I would definitely be a little overwhelmed if I was doing your shipping.
Forgot what I was doing.
Jeez.
You forgot what you were doing? Yikes.
Yeah.
That's called old age.
I had a Sue moment. She's the new donut lady.
Yeah.
I was like, I wonder who she's talking about, Sue. You talking about me?
Nope.
I'm glad. I could probably be in that category. So.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my god.
Seriously, no. She's She makes me scared for my brain.
Yeah,
Why, is she a zombie?
damn near. Like she's the type of person that doesn't like you tell her instructions and she
Mhm.
does it her way.
Hmm.
She doesn't even listen to what you say. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like worthless to even talk to her.
And I had the pleasure of talking to my boss about that this morning,
Oh, okay. Well,
which wasn't pleasure. I wanted her to make it.
right.
I wanted her to do well, and it just didn't happen. And she's gonna get given a couple of more chances, and then she's got to shape up or ship out, because I guess there's a new bakery in town and it's close to us. I don't even know. I don't get out much, but I didn't even know, but it's at a coffee shop,
Oh,
and
so that could definitely take a lot of business away.
yep. So we need to step up our game and not be dropping our ball.
No. Nope. Now is not the time to lose business to a bakery or a coffee shop or whatever.
Yeah.
Ah,
You need to keep those people in there. Because those
Yeah.
people are buying donuts, which are, I mean, you don't have probably any markup on really. And then, but that brings them in to get the Cokes, get the, the cigarettes, the
yeah.
corn nuts, whatever,
Yeah.
Corn
brings them in
nuts.
to get everything else. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it only took me one time to decide that corn nuts were not supposed to be in my diet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love them, but
Really?
I
Oh,
can't eat
yeah.
them anymore.
I love them.
Those
I
are
believe it.
definitely teeth breakers.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I
are.
don't. I can't
Oh,
have them
yeah.
anymore.
I like them, but yeah, I try to limit how much when I was a kid, oh my God, me and my
Oh,
sister
we ate them like crazy when we was kids.
they were
Mhm.
style.
That and what I call brain shakers, the real hard
Yeah.
pork rind, the pork.
Mhm.
I mean, you bite into them, your whole head rattles. So, so we call them brain shakers.
Yeah. Shirley
I don't eat
says,
them.
I'm glad that I saved so much of my son. The kids were young when he died and really enjoyed finding things about him. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely in that case,
Yeah.
that was worth it.
But none of us think of that because we're not supposed to bury our kids. That's not the
Right.
natural way of things,
Right.
He says we should try and get her hired at the new bakery.
Oh, damn. That's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Oh,
In there, Hank.
I'm gonna mention that to my boss.
There you go. There you go.
Say,
That's
hey, give
actually
her.
a really, really good idea.
Send her highly recommended.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she's like Betty Crocker.
Yeah. Oh my God. I wouldn't even thought of that. Crazy.
Just give her a list and she'll make whatever she wants.
Yeah, there you
They
go.
might taste like sand, or you might chip a tooth on
I'm
them. But
telling
hey.
you, we have these, baking sheets that have glaze trays on them to, where they're, it's like a cooling tray on a baking sheet.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the glaze can drip whenever you get done glazing, the glaze can drip through onto the paper, the wax
parchment,
paper.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then it can drip or whatever.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even look like she does that. It looks like she just glazes them on the tray that is coming out into the the donut rack. And I'm just like, oh my God, I really hope she's not doing that, but it's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you just can't there's nothing you can do. You know, yeah, I
Good
mean,
Lead a
thinking,
horse to
Hank.
water, but you can't make it drink.
that's the truth
Yep.
right there. That is a God honest truth right there. I mean, you just,
She'll
Some people
have a
just-
couple more chances to try.
to redeem herself.
Yeah, and you know, I think a lot of it is her sight.
Mm.
But you know, just from what Teresa was telling me and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's a good idea, Hank. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, mercy.
Oh, what's going
Yeah.
on today?
I agree, Hank. Not everybody is good at everything, and
Mhm.
I mean, but the thing is it's not hard to. The donut thing is not hard.
Right.
Like we have a routine, and you know, we do things a certain way, and that's how we train people.
Right.
And but if you can't learn, then it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing you can do about that.
Some people just can't comprehend,
Right.
no matter how easy you make it for them. We've had employees like that before, and it just, you know, how much more plain can we put it? You know, if you just
Yeah.
can't do it, you can't. There's just some people are about as, you know, graceful as a horse on roller skates. They just can't get it. They can't. They're not either they're not articulated or to where they can do it, or that just doesn't register up here
Yeah.
for some reasons. Some of the simplest tasks. So, but it happens. There's people out there. No matter what you do, you just can't drain them. They're
Well,
the
be careful
untrainable.
driving, Beth.
That's right, Mr. Sadie. Perfect example why reselling is not for everyone either.
Right.
Shoot, if it was easy, everybody'd do it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people that, that think it would be, easy.
Mhm.
And it's not.
That's like my sister. She said I wouldn't do it. She said I've seen,
Hi,
she
Tom.
said a lot of people think it's a hobby. It's not. It's work. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a job.
Yeah.
And my sister's like, I have the utmost respect for all of you. She said, because I wouldn't do it. She says there's just too much involved. She said it's not just about taking a picture of something and putting it on a website. She said there's a lot more involved with that.
Oh, yeah.
She said, and I understand it. She said that's why she has me do all her stuff. But we split the profits too, so it's no big deal. I don't care. I love what I do. So
That's right. So I think her name is Sosie. Is that the way they say your name, Sosie?
Sayosa.
Graceful as a horse on roller skates. I'm writing this down. That's good stuff, I'll tell you.
Stick with me. You're going to hear a lot.
We'll make a plan.
That's good stuff.
It's like
right
my
there.
daughter. She said I just should have a book of all my sayings because there's
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
she still hasn't heard yet. I said, oh yeah.
There's Tom,
Good morning.
the eighth wonder of the world there.
I'm
Hallelujah.
a wonder for sure.
Hallelujah.
How you
Happy
doing?
birthday to Resale Tessa. She's 29 today.
Woohoo! Happy birthday!
I'm 29 for the rest of my life. Actually, I'm 18 for the rest of my life.
Oh, her name's Lisa.
Okay,
Oh, Lisa.
good. I will call you Lisa. Siosa is just, I don't know. It's not rolling off the tongue for me. So
Ciosa.
yeah.
Yes.
So I'll just call you Lisa. That's easier.
You're supposed to say with the same phonetics as that spell. What's that? Wingardium something or other in
Leviosa. That's what it sounds like.
Leviosa.
yeah,
Leviosa.
Leviosa. Yeah, that's right.
Leviosa. That's what I said. No, you said Leviosa. That's,
Well,
that's why you
What's
turned
that?
a cat into a butterfly.
We're sad, Lori. We're sad.
Happy
remember that
birthday,
song.
Tessa.
I mean,
Happy
that line.
birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Good morning,
I'm not gonna
reselling
sing.
addicts.
I don't
Land
want
shark.
everybody's ears. But 29? Oh my goodness. Man, if I was 29 again. Ugh.
I would have 100 things listed a day. I would be packing all night. So when I got to be 62, I'd be
Mm,
laying on a beach somewhere drinking
yeah. Can you imagine if they
umbrella
had
drinks.
eBay when we were young?
Ugh.
Lordy
Oh.
days.
I would have been way better off than I am now, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
You know,
The
there's
only bad thing is I would have never went to work, and I would have never had
Mhm.
my kids, because I would have never met my ex-husband, and blah blah blah. So
well,
Yeah.
that's what I start thinking about. I should have did such and such. Well, if I did that, I would have never met Roberta, and
yeah.
we would have never gone to Russia and Ukraine and got the boys. And
Mm-hmm. Everything
You know,
happens for a reason.
That's right.
Everything. It's all cause and effect. Everything.
Yeah. I mean, if this doesn't happen, everything else don't happen, you know. So, and life is an experience, you know. I always say there's no such thing as wasted time.
It's just hold on and enjoy the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Morning, OJ. Time to start my get middle class slowly plan on eBay. There you go.
Well, since you mentioned that, and since it's just a few short days to the first of the year, what's people's plans for the new year? And I'll start this little conversation off because I've been up and down half the night with my sick child.
Oh.
2020 is going to be the year of following through.
Following
I've tried
through.
several
Yeah.
times this year to start, start listing a specific number every day.
Uh-huh.
And that didn't last. And I started looking for more higher priced items, and that didn't follow through. So this is going to be the year follow through.
But I mean, wouldn't you think that? I mean, there's certain circumstances that come between. You know, you make a vow to list 20 things a day, and then the next week is like the week from hell, and everybody's sick, or everybody needs to go somewhere, and it just can't get done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're getting ready to wrap that whole Uber thing up.
those things happen. I mean,
it does.
Well, that's life, and you have to duck and weave, and and I mean that's a good thing about this job is you can do that. You have a little bit of flexibility,
It's
but
hard to make a plan.
But you do have to be. You have to be pretty strict on yourself to make sure that things get done. Because if you're just like, oh, I don't think I'm going to list today. Well, the next day you're going to say, I don't have any sales. I wonder why. I don't know.
I just had an old man moment. Just went, I'll get back to you.
I think it's hard to set the higher goals as far as listing, but I think if you keep it small, at least 5 a day.
Yes.
And even if it means creating the draft one day of the item, researching it and all that, just keep that momentum going. You list 5, then you research 5 more, and then tomorrow, boom, there's 5 listings right there. You already got your drafts, photos, new. Something like that, something small, and then you can gradually add to it if you see that you're going to have the time to do so. But even though I'm busy, I mean, I list, but I always make sure that I have at least 5 things researched, drafted, and ready to go, to where if I can't be in here or over there for a day, I can sit on my phone and hit list it. It's ready to go.
Yeah.
So
That's a great idea.
Yeah, just something simple. Even if it's one or two, as long as you're keeping your store active and keeping things going, you're going to get sales. I mean, it's
Right.
better to list more. The more you list, the more you sell. That's pretty much a proven fact. So,
Mhm.
but as long as you're staying active and keeping your store going, you're going to get views. So,
Right.
I mean, even if you have to end something, say you have some older listings, and I've done this when we're out and about on mobile. I've ended stuff, 5 items, gone back in and sold similar and tweaked them and relisted them. That way,
Mhm.
some of the stuff that doesn't have any activity on it, because you get that. You like even on your mobile, if you go and look at your items that are selling, it'll tell you, well, this hasn't had any activity in it, how many days.
Right.
So it's like in that item, tweak it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
change your price, tweak your title,
Yep.
sell similar. It comes up with a whole new product number at the top of the new as a newly listed item.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Let me interject something right in here. Mr. Sadie, he'll have a good day. He said, "Good morning, Reverend Tom." I know I'm all over the place this morning. Vanya has been sick with a bad chest cold, and he's been coughing and hacking his brains up, and he's been in the hospital twice for collapsed lungs in his ute. And which the doctor said, he's got such a narrow torso, aka he's skinny. And when boys get to be teenagers, they're stretching out. So a lot of times their lungs don't stay attached to the chest cavity. And so it creates gaps in there. And then if they get the least little bit of cough or whatnot, it accents it and causes issues. So anyway, I've been up and down all night with him because he's having to sleep in a recliner because he's just keep that mucus and stuff in its right place. But anyway, children, you gotta love them because you'll go to prison for drowning them.
One thing that now here's respiratory corner here.
Yeah.
So if you've got if you feel like you've got a lot of like mucus and you feel like you've got it's more kind of in this area, say if it's high, turn on the opposite side and lay that way so it actually will drain. And you can do that both sides. A lot of people would laugh at me, but when I had this little cold, like I had a lot of phlegm, I felt like it was deep down in my lungs. I actually laid upside down. I kind of was like, I wasn't standing on my head, but I kind of was laying at an incline, and that actually helped drain some of the phlegm, so it would come up higher, so I could get it out. So there you go. There's respiratory minute.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll give that a try.
Also,
yes,
if
I'm
you cup your
shipping this
hands
morning.
also if you cup your hands like this,
Yep.
and then tap on their chest and their back, it'll also loosen the phlegm from their lungs.
Yep.
So that
what are you what are
there
you
was
doing?
a trying to get me.
What?
I didn't want it to go in my coffee cup.
Oh.
It was just
A
a
coffee
hair.
cup.
But yeah, like cup your hand like that.
Yeah.
Or like I'll have Brandon use like a massager, like a thumper massager on me, so that really knocks it out too.
Yep.
Well, he got the Vicks vapor rub therapy the other night before last for the first time in his entire life.
I love Vicks Vapor Rub.
You
It
put
works
that
wonders.
I'm gonna ask, did you put it on the bottom of the feet?
No, I didn't put it on the bottom of the feet. I just put it on the lip.
Oh man.
You can put it on their feet and put a pair of socks on it.
Yeah.
It
That
works.
does wonders. That does wonders.
God only knows why, but
no. Whenever I'm sick, that's one of the things that I do. I put that stuff on my feet,
On your feet.
on
Yeah,
the bottoms of my feet.
You can also keep it
And-
on your
Vanya.
toes to keep away foot fungus.
I need Vanya.
I don't know. It works. I'm a big believer of Vicks
Well-
Vapor Rub. I love these little things. They're it's a Vapo inhaler.
I've
Uh-huh.
got the yeah.
I love them, and
They're
I
They're hard
always
to find
use-
around here.
I don't know that they're available anymore. To tell you the truth.
Yeah,
These
I
witch
don't
doctors on here,
think they are.
Which
They-
doctors?
they said to go get that Vicks Vapor Rub and put some on the bottom of each foot and then put some socks on.
Like what? These crazy people. They're a bunch of
It
hicks.
works. It really works.
Now, would you do it now?
He's probably thinking, nope, I ain't doing it.
You know,
I'll just
he's
say
a
that I
medical.
did.
He's a medical professional. You know, what's this
Yeah.
witch doctor stuff?
Yeah, I'm telling you, Vicks Vapor Rub does wonders for me.
Well, you know, there's a lot of those home grown remedies that, you know, that works.
Yep.
Because, you know, all these fancy meds, I mean, the basic meds we have, aspirin and stuff like that, that had to come from some root
Oh, yeah.
doctor or something like that eventually, you know.
Mhm.
Then the scientists got into the picture of, and I don't know, this is, they could have just created it off the air. I would just think these, you know, these scientists would say, hey, this helps such and such. Let's see why, you know.
hmm
I'm a big believer.
They say
in
you can
that
take
stuff.
a slice of onion and put it on the bottom of your feet too, and it draws all the toxins out of your body.
I've done that before.
Well, my cousin's ex-wife's mother,
Jeez.
she had one of those boards with all the little knots on it.
Oh
that
yeah.
you put your foot on it and you'd
Yeah.
rub your foot on it. So she did
Uh-huh.
that every night,
Mhm.
and she was never sick, ever. And she says it's because of that, because it, you know, pressure points and whatnot.
Oh yeah, pressure points have a.
Your feet have the most, I think, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
That's the reason she, you know, she would rub her feet on it every night, and it went with her everywhere.
Maybe that's why I was hardly sick as a child, because I always went barefooted over rocks and everything.
Well, see, that's just it. I don't remember being sick as a kid either, because except for the months of December, January, and February, we went barefoot when we went to
Mhm.
school. And I mean, literally,
When you went to school?
except when we went to school
Yeah.
or
Oh,
church.
Mhm. But during the
Quit
summer,
laughing,
I was
Howard.
always barefoot.
ain't
I,
no.
always barefoot. You know, have calluses
Hey,
on
you
your
are
foot.
country, Tom.
Yeah, I know. Have calluses on your feet that, you know, that's thick as a piece of steel. You know, I was 7 years old. I stuck a nail through my foot. I didn't know it.
How do
And,
you not know it?
You didn't know it.
I didn't know it until somebody said, Tommy, why's your foot bleeding? Because my feet were tough. I just thought it was
Oh.
another stick.
I had
You
my
know?
feet too.
So I run home and my mom's losing her mind. Oh my God. And of course I had to go get a tetanus shot, a stick in the butt and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's
Mhm.
what I didn't want nobody. I was telling my older brother, don't tell mama. She'll make me get to the doctor. But nowadays, kids are never barefoot unless they're at the beach or out at the pool or the lake or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's another problem with these kids these days is they didn't eat enough dirt when they were little. It's so
That's the
thick.
truth. That is the truth right there.
They
Good morning,
raise-
Carol. Ansley says, pluck a rooster's tail feather, boil it with a clove of garlic, and drink it. And
Okay,
let
we
me
know
what happens. I'll let you do it, and you can tell me how.
we know Ansley's been hanging out with Sister Fran, so we just not going to.
Woo. Yeah, wouldn't you rub the rooster with Vicks? Exactly. Vapor rub and tequila that cures everything. I believe that one. I believe that.
Yeah, tequila caused stuff to happen that you not weren't planning on.
Vapor
That's
rub
right,
hurts
fishing and
as much
picking.
as
You know
tequila.
it. Said we're in the medical segment of the show. I need some help. I've been taking sleep aids since summer of 2017. Cancer treatments and now coming off benzo. How long until the brain fog leaves?
I don't know. Like, I mean, so you're off of the benzos?
Sounds like it.
Now coming off of benzo.
So I would say to get that out of your system, I mean, probably a good 2 weeks to a month. I don't know.
I mean, you definitely needs to get that out of your system. I don't know. And I don't know if even if it's out of your system, if you
Yeah.
still have that fog, I don't know.
I've heard people never get rid of chemo brain.
Yeah,
That's what they
I'm-
call it, you know.
I'm not sure. I mean, definitely.
But I don't
I was
know.
on clonazepam for 1 milligram since 2017. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I would definitely
go ahead.
talk to you. When did you stop? When did you stop taking it? Did you stop it altogether?
Yeah, because I'm not even sure if you're supposed to do that or if you're supposed to taper.
I'm assuming he tapered down, but yeah, OJ says tequila is why I have 5 kids.
That's what I snickered about a while ago. I wasn't snickering about what y'all were talking to. I gotta quit read. I need to stop reading the chat when y'all are talking about something serious. Because if I find something funny, I'm gonna laugh.
I do it too. I do it too. I don't
And
mean
I don't want people to think I'm being rude or I'm not being,
He said
have
this
their
is not chemo related.
Oh.
It was given to me after chemo treatment to help me get some sleep. But the fog
Oh.
may be from the chemo treatment.
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Uh,
You stopped cold turkey on the 11th.
well, you're still.
You still got that in your system, so I would say it's probably going to take it until about the beginning of the year. I would guess. Your 2 weeks is on Christmas, so yeah, and it may take longer. It may not even go away because it may not be from the drugs. It may be from the chemo treatment. I don't know.
Yosa Sales says, are you stepping down? Give it about 2 to 3 weeks.
No, I think we'll be all right, Hank. You'll be all right.
But none of us are doctors, so.
Nope, we are not doctors. We're not.
That's right.
We're resellers. Bunch of hicks. What we are.
Yeah, once
And
a
we're-
year.
and we're
once a
here to
year,
help for
Sally,
one time.
Valerie,
And everybody
Nikki, and
talks at
Lori
once.
get together around the big black cauldron.
It's quiet, and then everybody comes in. I'm like, okay.
I was
all talk
doing
at once.
something.
Jeez. Oh my God.
Start holding
Nope.
your hand up to talk.
I have the stick.
I tell my boys as older as they are, and I'll say, I've got the talking stick. Shut up.
No, I was gonna say, yes, we're only resellers and we're not medical professionals, but we will still help you for a low monthly fee.
There you go.
Yeah. That's some tonic we could sell you.
Well, let me tell you what. There's some root doctors down in South Carolina. They've got some stuff that'll fix you up. Now it's probably about 100. It's probably about 500 proof, but it'll when you wake up, you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Nikki, you still getting pounded by snow up there?
No, we're supposed to not get snow for the next couple of weeks, hopefully. but-
Well, good. That'll give you some time to sleep at night.
Thanks,
You,
are they scared?
you and Gary can snuggle up in bed together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on your side of the bed. You're burning me up.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yep. Give me some of those blankets.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm a big blanket hog. We go to bed under the same blanket. I can guarantee you, I'm gonna take it from you.
That's why I have a separate blanket because
Yeah.
Gary's dog Willow likes to take my blanket.
Yeah, see, Brandon lets all the dogs sleep under his blanket. And so, well, Fuzzy doesn't sleep underneath the blanket, but Toby and Prancer does. So Fuzzy will sleep at his feet, and Toby and Prancer get inside the blanket. And I started getting my own blanket. I have 2 blankets that I use, and those are mine. And the dogs don't get in my blankets.
Well, him and Willow got spoiled because I never used to use blankets because I was always just so hot blooded. But now the last couple of years I've been cold all the time. So I gotta have my blanket.
Yeah.
I got a reselling question, believe it or not.
Oh God.
What do you
I don't know
call
how to answer
this?
that.
Huh?
What do you call this?
I don't know. What is it?
Ears?
It's got zipper up the front, boobs go here.
Oh, it's a bustier.
Bustier, is that what that is?
That's what it looks like.
Well, I don't know. It may just be like a strapless top.
There's a
Uh,
zipper right between the boobs.
Yep.
I would say it's I
Oh.
mean, you could call it a bralette. You could call it a
Ooh.
tube top.
Tube top doesn't have straps.
This don't have any straps either. It just zips up the front.
Oh, okay, then tube top.
I think it came out of the same
you
bin
could
that the
call it
hook pumps
a
did.
bustier. You could call it
Hey,
a
what are
bustier.
these?
You could. Those are probably what it hangs from. You know, if it hangs from the hanger,
Oh,
if
okay.
you got it in the closet.
Right.
Yeah. the
Anyway, I think
I
boobs
this
thought you
came
were
from the same girl
saying
that had the
where
hooker
Hank's.
pumps.
I thought you were saying where Hank's from, and I'm like, what? What is she talking about?
It did sound like that. I'll
So a
give you that
Um,
one.
So a bustier would be a good place to start.
Yeah, I would say so.
Hank says, make sure the boobs go here. Make sure that goes to the title.
Yeah.
Bustier is the
You know,
preferred.
fishing and picking, what I would do, and this is, I'm not a doctor, never claimed to be one, but I would suggest maybe getting on some melatonin and try that and see if that helps you with your sleep.
Or CBD oil.
Yeah. Something
CBD
like that
oil
can-
is really good for me. I mean, I know that whenever I go to bed, usually I'm exhausted. But
There
at
you
the
go.
same time, there's sometimes that I'm just so itchy and antsy and have anxiety and I mean, you know, sometimes it's bad. And I take a little bit of CBD oil and I'm good.
Mhm.
And it's, you know, it's not, doesn't have anything in it, you know, as far as THC or anything like that.
Yeah.
I jammed my knuckle this morning and
Ugh.
it's freaking killing me.
Huh.
Maggie, I sold the hooker boots. I still have the hoof boots.
Whore boots.
I
Hoof.
didn't know there was a difference.
You know, the ones that look like cow hooves or, you know, they're shaped like hooves. Hooves.
Hooves.
Eh,
And hey, Roberta was watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and she yelled at me from the other room. She said, "Tom, there's a girl on here that's got your boots." Like these, only they were solid black.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be buried with them damn things.
I need more
I-
coffee and I gotta take my packages out. I'll be right back.
Go
Okay.
ahead. Bumcrack, I don't do that paisley stuff. He says that pattern doesn't suit me. First of all, it won't reach around my thigh, more or less around my chest. So it must be a size 0.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
there's no sizes or anything in here, no brand.
There's nothing on the inside, the lower inside. There's no tag.
No tag, nothing.
Huh.
Is it printed on the fabric?
It's not printed on the fabric.
Oh,
So
Yeah, you just might have to build something up.
I might have to do next time we have company, I'm gonna go get this thing and bring it back out here and say, hey, you can have this. I think it'll fit you.
It's super cute. I really like the print on it.
You know, I've seen
I like
girls
the
like have
pattern.
on like real tight, low jeans
Uh-huh.
and these things on during the summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
it definitely looks like the
Oh.
bustiers that Selena used to wear.
That's what I was thinking too.
Selena, that's the Hispanic singer,
Yeah.
died.
Yeah. Yeah. Murdered.
Oh, well, I'd say I don't know. I know that Chad is a big Selena
Yeah.
fan.
He's
Yeah.
the one who really made bustiers popular, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And bralettes and stuff like
Yeah.
that she would wear, like, while performing.
Okay, Jason.
OJ says, I sold some of those boots, Tom. I would recommend putting Lady Gaga in the title, but don't do, I don't know. Would you do, I don't know if you would do that. Would that be keyword spamming if you put that in there? If you put Lady Gaga
I would
in there?
think I try to lean away from putting people's names in there because
Yeah. You gotta be kind of careful with that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't use Bill Cosby on the Coogie sweaters. So.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that might
Yeah.
be kind of, yeah, that might be keyword spamming.
Yep.
I'm gonna put for only for groovy chicks
There,
in
there
the
you
topic.
Go. That'll get you all the sales right there. Morning, Rita. It's cold. We got 22 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty darn cold out there. Pretty
Thank
darn
you,
cold.
Hank. I'm gonna use that in the description.
Yep.
Paisley, bustier, crop top, boobs go here.
Yep. There you go. That's gonna get you all the sales right there. You betcha. Tired today. Of course, I didn't go to bed until 2 a.m. But
Why? Did you stay up
I
watching
don't
YouTube?
know. I don't know. I when I go to sleep, I like to be able to like lay my head down and go to sleep. I don't want to lay there. I don't want to toss and turn. I
Yeah.
don't want to do any of that. I just want to go to sleep. And I feel like and I don't go to bed until I feel like I'm ready to do that. So that's one of the reasons why I stay up. I'm not really, I mean, I was working last night, but it wasn't anything that I was, had to do, or I just didn't feel like I was ready to go to bed.
That's the way I am too. I don't want to just sit there and lay in bed.
Yeah, I don't do that. If I do that, I might as well just get up. I just don't like doing that. So yeah, I went to bed late and then I think I woke up at 6:30. And I'm just tired. Maybe I don't know. Can't really afford to take a nap, so might just have to work through it. Just might be
Yeah.
one of those days. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find my hand on the screen. Oh, I'm on YouTube. So that's the reason why. Okay. Because I
Oh,
wanted
what?
to say something. I was holding up my hand.
Okay.
Hoochie Mama in the title might work too, Jason. You can tell he lives down near the coast or at the coast because he sees all of that.
Mhm.
Dang it. I forgot I got one more item.
Oh, look at you, Miss Sally Sally.
See Sally sail.
Yeah.
Run, Sally, run.
My other channel, See Sally Scratch.
Shells by the seashore.
For all you youngsters out there, that's from the Dick and Jane series of readers.
Dick and Jane.
What? OJ says, can everyone on the panel tell me the proper pronunciation of the word roof?
Roof.
Roof?
Roof.
Roof.
I don't know. Some people call it the roof.
The rough, yeah.
It's roof.
Rough?
Ooh.
That sounds
Rough.
like
2 O's is ooh, not
Yeah. RUF is rough.
roof.
RUF is for dogs.
Roof.
Roof, roof.
Roof.
Who's on? I don't know. I would say roof. Anyway.
I don't know if this is what
Hey,
it
said,
was.
see Sally Scratch. I might not be too inclined to go watch that.
You're gonna start her new channel, Mukbang Sal, or no, what was it?
Mukbang Sally.
Yeah.
Mukbang Sally. but
Don't
Mukbang.
you ever put that banana down.
Can you get that cheeseburger down?
Mukbang Sally, baby.
There you go. You got a name for your new channel and theme song.
Sorry, I'm a song word associator type person. so-
Well, that's like Todd. Todd will break out in a song or something, teaching to us lyrics in a song.
Sally, when you get real big, me and Lori will take 20%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Lacey
Royalties.
can redo the Mustang Sally into Mukbang Sally.
There you go.
That's
That'd be
right.
your
Then
song.
perform it.
Yeah,
Perform
like-
it. So then when she starts her show, it'll be like that music playing in the background and Sally, just little pictures of Sally popping up and floating around and that kind of stuff.
That's why I said it the other day instead of Mukbang or Mustang Sally. I said Sally. Brandon brought her breakfast.
I stayed up and was watching the Tommy and Tracy show until I had to see about my child, and then I sat down in the recliner that's across from him and went to sleep. Forgot all about it. They were still playing. I mean, it was streaming like 2 episodes later when I woke up this morning.
Oh, wow. No, sounds like she pronounces it kind of the same way. My Wisconsin cousins pronounce roof with the same vowel sound as the word foot.
Root. Roof. Roof.
Roof.
Roof.
I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like that roof.
I'm gonna
Rough?
say roof.
I don't know.
Nikki's from California. She enunciates everything. Oh my God.
Nikki's not from California.
Didn't he just say Nikki's from California?
That's
Yeah.
what I thought he said.
She's from
Oh, okay.
Wisconsin.
I was
Lives in
looking at
Minnesota.
Sally. I was
My goodness.
looking at Sally, and it
I'm
said
so
Nikki.
confused. I don't know anything anymore.
I'm from Minnesota, don't you know?
I've only had 3 hours of
Tom,
sleep.
Tom, let me call an orderly for you. 'Cause
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't sound anything like a Californian.
no.
Where's our former
I actually know how
Wisconsin
to
girl
talk.
at this morning?
No.
They're probably going to have, excuse me, they're probably going to have record snowfall this year just because they moved to Kentucky to get away from it.
Yeah, if you hear anything in the background, Teresa started the washer, so
Is that the one that likes to walk?
yeah. It dances in the hallway. It makes all kinds of noises and whatnot. Because it's just right on the other side of the wall there, so. Usually it makes the dogs bark too. I'm sorry, right back here and bark at it. I guess they think it's going to come after them. Where'd everybody go?
Nikki, you still oh, she's gone.
I'm here.
Well, who dropped off? I don't know. Just ignore anything I say. Just ignore
We
me.
do. Don't worry. No,
Nikki, are y'all still staying in the city? Y'all going out to the country house?
no, we're still in the city right now. We haven't had enough time to go out and clean out our driveway from that 25 inches.
Well, y'all just need to
Wow.
winterize it and just
Now we
stay
got
at the
about
city.
87 inches. We
Stay in
gotta
the
bring-
city for the winter.
We got to bring the Bobcat out there to get it cleaned up. Because we got that all them inches of snow, over 30 some inches, and then it froze, so it's gonna be too tough to get through it with the plow truck. So
Good morning, junk girl 71. It's
Okay.
lovely seeing you.
There it goes.
Let's go for a walk, Mama.
We'll hook the dogs to it, and it'll just walk the dogs for you.
Holy moly.
Good morning, Maggie. If I had
It's
said
like,
that
it's like living with
before.
one of Stephen King's what was it, the Maximum Overdrive? All the things had a mind of their own. Pop
Yeah.
machines.
Yep.
putting less clothes in it.
Huh? It doesn't matter what you put. You can put one shirt in it or 100 shirts in it. It's going to still do it. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's literally got a mind of its own. And it's not that old. That's what's sad. It's not that old of a washer.
Ours isn't either, but it's not. I don't think we got it completely level. And
That one was at one time, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I think ours was too, but that thing, whenever it takes off spinning, woo,
Yeah.
you're thinking it's going to go through, especially if you're in the bathroom. That washer's right up against the bathroom wall, right up against where the toilet's at. And it gives you a massage while you're on the toilet. Well, this is nice. I didn't ask for this.
Thanks for the bidet.
Why is the water splashing on my butt right now?
We bought the front loading washer when we had to get a new washer, and that sucker the clothes are just about dry when they come out of that sucker. Spins that baby out, so it don't take nothing to dry our dryer, I just put it on normal. Normal dry auto, and it automatic. Because there's such a low amount of moisture in the clothes that it doesn't run for 45 minutes. It only runs for like 15, then cuts off because it says the clothes are dry. If that made any sense at all.
Jason
Maybe
says I
Kix,
should
I need to
lay on the washer to get the congestion out of my chest.
When it's a slow Saturday night around Lori's house, he lit up clothes and everybody takes turn riding the washer.
It's like the mechanical bull or something.
Yeah.
Hold on, baby. No, but it seriously feels like it's gonna break through that wall and take you out off the toilet.
Mine sounds like he's gonna come to the wall like a Kool-Aid dude.
Oh yeah.
I keeps expecting to hear John Cena's music playing in the background. A piece of me.
Oh, you made Sally cry. You did good. Oh my God.
Oh God.
We have a friend that's an interior decorator, and she had this new client. They were just finishing a new house, and they were going to have somebody totally decorate it because it looks real swanky. And they gave her a budget to buy all new furniture and all that kind of stuff. He said, except one piece. And he said, follow me. And they went down to the game room, and there was a commercial bull riding thing in the middle of it. He says, I want this room designed around this bull. And she said, well, the first thing I would do is throw that in the driveway. And his wife said, shh, you'll piss him off and you'll get somebody else. Apparently they're transplants from Texas, and that was his uncle's from a bar or something he had out there. So she said she had to go watch all these, like, what was the old movie with John Travolta from years ago?
Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy and stuff like that, to look at bars where they had, the bull riding gizmo in it, to see how things were laid out around it. I said, well, you earned your money on that. She said, if my husband came in with something like that, I would tell him to take it right on back out the way he brought it in. But what can I say? Oh yeah, Patty, they have them turlets in Japan are fancy. They heat, dry, and wash, and there's some fancy ones. There's YouTube channels about nothing but Japanese turlets.
Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't got that far. I haven't. Yeah. No.
Well, a lot of the feature is that it's low water usage. So, but they have some fancy ones over there. Them heated seats feel like they'd probably be really good up in upstate Wisconsin in about February.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I'm sitting on the toilet that long for it to heat, waiting for it to heat up.
Oh no, it stays heated up. Once you turn it on to set the heat state, it stays warm all the time.
I'm just not into that. Like, I want to do my business and get out of there. I don't want to stick around.
Yeah, because when you have little kids, you used to think, I'll escape to the bathroom for a few minutes.
Yep.
Mommy, Daddy.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Then you hear the husband, what are you doing in there? What do you think I'm doing in here? Trying to get away from you.
I'm painting the Sistine Chapel. What do you think I'm doing, you eat?
Well, then the cats came along, and Roxy here, she just she must back up across the hallway and run and hit that damn door, because it sounds like a bulldozer just hit it. And I'm like, baby, the door's not closed. You just push on it and open up. My cats, they rule the world. You just don't know it. Isn't that right?
They're funny.
Yeah. Sally's toilet does all that too. You just have to install it right by her washing machine.
Well, don't everybody talk at once.
Oh, I was reading the chat over here.
Your turn.
Oh, there you go,
So-
fishing and picking. Says my wife says I'm only good for one thing, warming up the seat for her every morning. Man,
I didn't think you were married. Fishing and picking.
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Sadie, you'll wish you had that turlet when you were out there on that boat all day long.
oh,
You better take your bucket with you.
my goodness.
Or get that little gadget that somebody showed on the group the other day. So is everybody taking Christmas Day off, or are they going to keep on working, or?
I'm taking it off.
I'll probably take it off. Probably won't do a show that day. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I have to see what happens. I know that I'm going, as far as I know, only way I'd stay home is if there was too much snow on the ground or whatever, but I'll probably go to my in-laws that day. I do plan on doing one on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Cause it's not like I'm gonna be drunk or nothing.
What happened to the one on New Year's Eve? That would be fun.
New Year's Eve, yeah. I love doing it.
Except most of us are in bed by 10 o'clock on New Year's Eve.
Well, that's true. That is true. But I might do something on New Year's Eve.
The
A
New
countdown-
Year's Eve spectacular.
A countdown to the new year, and it'll be one of my last shows before my 5-week vacation, as you put it.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
This will be a short one though. It'll be 2 weeks.
Okay, group. We're gonna have to have a staff meeting and schedule out who's gonna do what shows what night. Because Lori's been drafted into this little program now.
That's fine. No problem.
Yeah, I'll do a New Year's Eve drinking something. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know whether y'all saw it one night.
Bring in the new year all together. How's that?
Somebody that we watch and used to be on this show. He lives down south.
Yeah.
He and some other folks had a drinking show one night. And actually, I don't think he was a host. I think the girl from Pennsylvania was the hostess. Anyway, it was funny because the more they drank, the funnier they got. Anyway, that video disappeared off the internet. I guess they were kind of embarrassed by it and pulled it down.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you get a little crazy. That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to get me a bottle of wine for New Year's Eve.
Mr. City says, I keep TP in the boat. All I need is a tick and snake free zone and I'm good.
I have a bunch of those
What does a
cans
tick
of,
have to do with that?
Huh?
A tick?
All I need is a tick and snake free zone. You don't want to get
Oh, gotcha.
you don't want to
I'm
get
Yeah.
ticks on your danglies, you know.
Don't want that. Don't want that.
See, I don't watch half the time I'm not up. But has Mariah messed up her song?
Apparently
2 years
she's
in a
messing-
row.
Apparently this is.
What was she singing?
I don't know.
What's that one song? I don't know. She has
We're
All I Want for Christmas Is You, I think.
Okay.
All I want for Christmas is you, baby.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you
I
know,
didn't-
all of them, if they're so auto-tuned, and if they're not in a studio,
Oh, yeah.
so they can, and they lip sync everything.
Well,
That's-
that's how she does. But
That's the reason I have a problem spending $200 to go see somebody in concert, because half their shit's going to be lip syncing, and I can stay home and listen to the recording and not have to put up with the damn people and everything.
he says I'm still snickering about Sally's visual of getting blasted off the toilet by the Kool-Aid Man washing machine.
That's what I was laughing about too.
Oh yeah.
So let's just plan on that. We'll do a New Year's Eve live. Just see what we can get into.
Mr. Sadie, you could just tow an outhouse around behind you.
Sally, you working New Year's Eve?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have my schedule.
How far do they schedule you out?
It depends. Sometimes it gets a little iffy around the holidays and stuff because, some people want to work, some people don't want to work. So I don't usually put in for a certain day that I want off or anything like that. So
Yeah.
Well, maybe that needs to be the thing that you need to start. One of the little new rules
Why?
for 2020 is start taking days off when you want to take days off.
There you go.
I
but
know.
I don't even.
They're short
But
of staff.
as soon
and
as I
yang, yang,
schedule
yang.
something, then it goes to shit. So I don't like doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just rather have my schedule. I know what I have to work, and then I can work my week around that.
Right.
Well, it's on a Tuesday, so chances are kind of good
Yeah,
that you'll be off. I mean, with your
Mhm.
schedule right now. So,
right.
but that could all go to shit in
This is true.
a handbag. So,
Mhm.
it's just, I understand.
Julie says, I don't know what I just walked in on, but Sally, I hope you are okay.
You're gonna have a dream today about the Kool-Aid Man running her down.
Probably.
She's gonna be stuck on the toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll just plan on
Oh, I don't think I remember that. I used to watch all the Super Bowl shows, like the halftime shows, and I don't remember the Black Eyed Peas doing that, so maybe I didn't even see it.
Hmm.
I haven't watched them in a couple of years
I don't want
because they were starting to get really bad.
that.
I think the best one I ever seen was Michael Jackson.
Yeah. He always
Um,
put on a really good show.
hmm
But like we were saying yesterday, you gotta be an entertainer. You can't just be a singer.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You gotta entertain.
I mean, I mentioned yesterday the friends of mine, that his wife is a big Michael Jackson fan, even though he is deceased, allegedly. They said the best thing about his concerts was his shows because he was using movie theater special effects.
Thank you, Julie.
Mr. Sadie, you gotta do a video. He said, going out to see my son DJ New Year's Eve and maybe do a little singing after I have a couple. Yeah, do
We
a
want to see
video.
you. We want you out there doing the boot scoot boogie now.
Heck yeah.
Or what is it? The electric slide.
Yep.
I think that's,
El toe dosey do.
Or
isn't it
two
electric
steps.
slide, the one that Medea likes to do?
I think so. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. You need to cut a video, Mr. Sadie, especially if you're singing. If you're singing a tune, you need to put it on that new gizmo you got in your pocket that you can talk on and take pictures with.
There you go.
Sing a Christmas song just for us.
Oh, I would love that. That would be fun.
I would too.
Just think of all the views you get.
Just think of all the views if Sally would just go down in there and sit on the toilet. She don't have to be doing her business. Just sit on the toilet when the washer starts spinning.
Oh, I love the two-step. Love it.
Well, good, Mr. Sadie. We'd like to see some two-stepping. Now, let me go here and Google two-step.
That's the best. That's the best kind of dancing right there. I like it.
Electric slide's not hard either.
No, I love the electric slide too.
And that you can do that to just about any. I mean, you to all genres of music. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mustang Sally is actually a really good song to do the electric slide to.
The what?
Mustang Sally.
Okay.
That's a really
Let's
good
back
one.
up to Sally's new TV or new video show, her new channel, and her opening. She can be doing the electric slide while the music's playing in the background that Lori and her daughter has sung for.
Oh, yeah, maybe a little Elvis, Blue Christmas for Valerie. Yep.
Well,
We
fine
have.
then.
Go ahead, Sally.
No,
I was like, who is that? Because it was Sally and Tom mixed together, and I was like, who's talking? Who is that? Whose voice is that? That was weird.
We have some DJs here in town, John Boy and Billy, and they've got to be 100 years old because I was listening to them when I was a kid, and now I'm 62 years old. But anyway, they did that. They would always do these, these satire pieces, not satire, where they make fun of songs and whatnot. And they did Porky Pig singing Blue Christmas,
Oh gosh.
and it was so funny, so funny. Patty, if you're still in here, you probably listen to them every once in a while.
Slum. Yeah, Patty. Oh my goodness. OJ says, pray for me. My wife just flew out to Cincinnati for the week to spend some time with our daughter in college and drive her home Sunday. Now I'm home alone with 5 kids. Oh my goodness.
Have they got that? Have they got that stuff figured out with your dad's estate and stuff, Jason?
That's awesome. 5 kids alone. That sounds like a good time.
Are they little kids? Are they teenagers? Are they mid-sized?
I think
Are
they're a
they
little
old
bit
enough
of
that you can
everything.
whoop their ass if they start getting out of control?
I think he's got one of each.
Well, dang, I thought OJ was kind of getting on up there with
No,
us.
I think he's more, I would say I'm just guessing, so I would say you're probably, Jason's kind of in my age range.
I'm
Well, I
gonna
can see
say
it up there
he's
with the-
more my age range.
Huh?
I was gonna say more my age range.
No.
Go ahead, reach over there and just slap her one time.
No. I think he's my age range. I could be wrong now. I could be wrong.
That's right.
That
Well,
sucks.
mid-size is when you can
Sorry.
start whooping their behind and not thinking about DSS getting to you, Hank. You just can't leave any marks. Oh God.
The estate
It's still a
is
mess.
still a mess. Two more court dates scheduled to argue over his businesses.
Are you having problems with family members, Jason? Or are you having outsiders you're having issues with? Because I'm gonna tell you what, when I worked for the land surveying company, the biggest messes would come about 6, 11, 16, 20, 20. Dude, really? You need to
Man,
find a
like-
hobby.
All over the place.
We would get tired. It would get in the middle of family battles because, like this one case where this family had like 100 acres, and they were going to subdivide it amongst like 8 kids. And there were some kids that lived like out in Nebraska and the Midwest and whatnot that they didn't really care where their piece was at. And this went on for about 2 years, battling over these pieces. And finally, the judge told them, you either decide on who's going to get what so we can settle this thing up, or I'm going to order it to be sold. So we're all gathered around the conference table in our office, and we got this big old plat sitting out here. And the people that were the people from like Nebraska and Oklahoma, they had flown in just for this meeting. So they're standing at the back of the room saying, you just write whatever's left we'll take, because they had no intentions of moving back to South Carolina. And they were hoping that one of the other relatives that have property adjoining would eventually buy their piece. Well, this one sister, so people would say, well, I'll take number 1. And so my dad was writing like Jack Smith under the parcel number 1. And they got down to this one sister who was the problem. She said, well, I'll take number 3. And so my dad started writing Susie Smith, Phillips. And she said, I can write my own name. My dad's like, this is nothing legal. This is just so we can start, change the plat and show everybody's name. Yeah. Well, they walked out of there. Everybody had a piece of property. Everybody was fine. 3 hours later, we get a phone call from the judge's office saying, make up a plat on the whole tract. They're getting ready to sell it. Apparently between our office and back to their daddy's house, they had a big falling out and nobody was agreeing to anything. So the brother that was head of the estate, he called the judge, and the judge said, I'll have somebody contact you about setting it up for auction. And they were auctioning it off, and they didn't get nothing for that land because it was kind of not in it's out in that rural area, and the land was kind of rough. But if you were getting it for free and you wanted to put a little house out on it, it was perfect.
Yeah.
So, it went for like farmland, cattle land. And it was sad.
That's crazy, Jason.
That he'd have just bought it, it was gonna go to that route, he would have just bought it from them.
Yeah.
But families, I told my mom, I said, y'all need to have, and dad, I said, y'all need to have all that in order. Because there's only one thing that I want, and my mom's already promised to, and we've got this. It looks like a moonshine jug, but it's not. It was actually made in Philadelphia, and it's got a tulip on it and all this kind of stuff. And it's like 300 years old. And that's all I said. Out of everything, that's the only thing I want. And but
And how many kids are there?
Just 3 of us.
Yeah.
Families, they go crazy.
Yeah.
When somebody dies.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I hope everything works out, OJ.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Everything gets solved and figured out and all that stuff, you know. Hope it works out for the best. I do.
I mean, you know, when you got business, you got to have, when you start accumulating anything, you got to have a good paper trail.
Oh. Yeah, we're all kind of yawning. I think everybody needs to go and take a nap.
I hear you. Yeah. That's, well, you know, as far as my parents go, I told my mom and dad, I said, if y'all going to leave me any money, I said, don't leave it to me, leave me $1 and then split it, eat my part evenly amongst my 3 sons.
Yeah.
Because there is no point, because we're doing okay. There is no point in us having to pay inheritance taxes on it. And then I'm 62 years old. You know, I might not be around long and then have to turn around and have to pay inheritance taxes on it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's been a true nightmare with no end in sight. I've already spent $60,000 on attorneys. Ugh. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Jason, you know where the pottery is down there on the side of, what is it, 501 coming into Myrtle Beach? Well, where it used to be the pottery. I don't know what it is now. There's an amusement park there and all that. My great-great-great-grandfather owned part of that. And he sold it for some land that's over there where he ended up raising his family at. Because he said you couldn't raise crops on swampland because that's what most of it was just swamp.
Yeah. Texas Val says, I don't think there's inheritance tax right now, is there? Didn't Trump change that? Yeah,
I don't know.
Did. I think there was something.
Yeah, the
about
Waccamaw pottery. No, I think he did do something with the inheritance. They raised it or something like that.
Yeah,
Or is that the gift tax?
Those are the things that's when you find out how people really are.
Yeah.
You know, when something like that comes about, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, people talk about, well, only the rich, you know, get the inheritance tax. Back before they raised it, because it was like $250,000 and then went up to $500,000 per person. You know, even when it was $250,000 right before they changed it, it didn't take a lot to hit 250. Time you own a home, you have a retirement account, you know, 401k from work and stuff like that. It affected a lot more people than they thought it did. That's just my 2 cents.
Texas Val said no, he did away with it.
Well, good. $16 million. That's all?
Man.
That's crazy.
But you know, I read a book one time. It was called Eliminating Your Wealth or something like that. And it was talking about people that, you know, are getting on up there in age and they start giving large sums of money away to their churches. And, you know, the people that's really wealthy or has a lot of money, they start giving away large sums of money to their church, or, you know, they buy land and give it to their schools and whatnot.
God.
What are you laughing about?
Oh, nothing.
Well, Pussycat's laying right here in front of me. She's getting her daily massage.
Brandon came up here and was shaking his ass.
Oh. Making himself known, huh?
Mhm.
I'm awake.
Can we send
After
this?
you-
Can I send
I
this
was-
to him and
I
get
was
him to
waiting
wear?
for you to. I was waiting for you to all to get done with all your shipping.
Mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
going in there until I just stop hearing the tape roll.
Yep, that's basically what he did.
OJ says, I just looked it up. The threshold is $11,400,000.
Well, shoot, I'm gonna have to do something.
Yeah, there you go.
Actually, so
He
sorry. I
says,
think the cool.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
11,400,000.
What are you laughing for?
Because I went.
Oh. I don't work here. You gotta talk on here. So we ain't doing no miming. No miming here.
Some of my subscribers are the Funko Pop collectors, and I've texted a couple of them. I said, "By any chance, do you have an Elvis Funko Pop?" And they one of the guys responded back and said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "All right, would you entertain selling it?" And he said, "Sure, I'll take $700 for it
Holy
each."
mackerel. Ah,
I said,
Jeez.
"Oh, okay, that's a little bit high. I'm just doing some fact finding right here." And the
oh
other
my
one said, it would cost me everything I own because my wife would divorce me because she is a big Elvis fan."
Ugh.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I wish I
Yep,
could
certain
find-
ones are hard to find.
Well, to me, that sounds like that's what you want to do. Is that you only want to create a limited run of a certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the Funko Pop Tom. Only the head's gonna be little, but the middle's gonna be real big. They kind of like wobbles around.
I don't
That
know.
reminds me, my giveaway ends tonight, so
What giveaway?
on my channel, the Funko Pop.
You're
Where have
giving
you
away.
been?
Where have you been, Sally?
At work.
So I'm giving this one away because we hit 200,000 on my channel,
200,000.
or 200. I wish.
I'm like,
200. I was looking at that number, 200 subs on my
I was
channel.
about to say 200,000. What the
wish.
hell has she been doing?
It'll be, I see, I haven't set the end at like 9 o'clock, but it can go a little bit longer because I forgot I have a prior engagement this evening. So it'll be when I get home. So whenever I
So
go
what do
live
I
on
gotta
it.
do to enter?
You have to go on my YouTube channel, and on the video that says something like to the effect we reached 200 subs, giveaway time, or something like that, and comment Baby Yoda in the comments below.
Okay.
So, and then what I'll do is I'll do the YouTube random comment picker, and it'll pick
Mhm.
whoever has that. It'll filter out all the comments with that in it, and then it'll pick one of them. So, one of the
Cool.
Yeah, I'm with that, Jason. If she had 200,000 subs and all we got was a damn Funko Pop,
200. Well, when I first posted, I called it sobs, and of course Bridget caught that. I was like, "Shut it!"
yeah,
Like,
she's
you know
miss-
what I mean. So,
But we're good. Congrats on the 200 subs.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Very cool.
I'm hoping to be able to get all my old Thrifty Picker videos from my very first channel and bring them over to this new channel so everybody can see how I've progressed over the years. So
Yeah.
When you do start when you start bringing them over, bring like one in the morning and maybe one in the evening.
mm-hmm.
Don't bring them all over at all at the same time.
Right, or like one a day or something. So something like
Yeah.
that gives people chance to watch it or whatever. And I'll probably title it, video from blah 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 or something. The old Thrifty Picker videos or something series. So
Cool beans.
Yeah, I got a few ideals that I'm running with.
Wow.
Yeah. Get scared again, Sally. Yeah. But I probably won't do them or start them until I get back in January.
Are they
Thanks,
videos
Bum
or
Crack.
Yeah, they're going to be videos
I mean for YouTube or for eBay?
for YouTube. I got all the ideas. I got all
One of my
much.
first shoes. Thanks, Texas Val. First shows.
Texas Val. I'm glad you got off the road and got home, Texas Val.
Yep.
It's gonna
Did you
be
have a good camping trip?
it's gonna be
Sounds like-
tiresome pulling that daggum 5,000 square foot RV around all those places.
Let's hook her up.
That is which my brother's got one too. Those when you're standing on the outside looking at them, they're like, oh my God, this thing is huge. How can you pull this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to go inside that when you got to visit Valerie?
She got
I
a new
don't
one since
think
then, didn't
so. I don't
She
think
got-
I did.
she? Got a new one since then, didn't she?
No.
No.
I want one I can drive.
Could be so good.
I don't want to have
I
to.
don't even know that I don't think I seen it. I think it
Oh,
may have
wow.
been in the I think it may have been in the shop.
Well,
I
who
don't know.
just?
I may be on crack too, so I don't know.
I thought somebody just got a new fifth wheel.
Oh, she's leaving for San Antonio in 30 minutes. Be back Wednesday. Well, you have a good trip.
Yeah,
careful.
Yeah, be careful.
be careful.
Love you, girl.
That's one thing that I really like about that area is, I mean, you can live in a small town, but 30 minutes away is Austin and another hour away or so is San Antonio. I mean, it's not that far. I like having that,
Those
the
big
bigger
cities.
right there, basically. I think that's pretty awesome.
I thought she did. See, no.
Oh, I
She's got a
didn't
new
know
one since
that.
then.
I didn't know that.
You got a new one, Texas Val, since I've been there?
Yeah, the one she had before was only 2,500 square feet. She's got the 5,000 one now.
The one that we helped you put the words above your kitchen and stuff.
Oh, the other one was way in the shop way too much.
Oh,
So they got a different one, I guess. Okay. I stand corrected.
well, I haven't seen that one. Have you done videos in it?
Not those kind of videos, Val.
We don't want to see you in nothing but your cowgirl hat and your spurs, and that's it. Oh, your boots too.
Yeah.
I know. But I still hope you have a good trip.
Yeah, safe trip.
Safe
Yeah.
trip, yeah.
But you were talking about a good location. I have a nephew and niece that live down on I-70, off of I-77 down in Richburg, South Carolina. And it's about 45 minutes to either Columbia or to Charlotte. So they have plenty of, they can get 45 minutes. They can be in either town and they can do the nightlife if that's well, they got a little girl now, so they don't do too much nightlife. But they,
Excuse me.
shopping, things like that. And they have real low property taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think my old timers was kicking in, and
She said I bought a new 2020.
yeah,
Well, good for you.
I
That's
thought
awesome.
that she had.
That's all. I mean, as much as you guys go camping, you might as well.
Yeah,
Be
Yeah.
comfortable.
that's not camping. That's glamping.
Well, Boot and scoot and boogie. There you go.
She's ready for you to come back down there again, so y'all can go jump out of that perfectly good plane again.
I'm there. She's She's got herself an extra ticket for a jump. I didn't get one, so. But that's okay. I'd go again.
Are we out of butter?
Yep.
Look on the fourth shelf.
Butter, get the butter.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
Or put some milk, put a glass of milk on top of that.
I
Watch me see
haven't,
it'll be
I
churned up
haven't
and
made no
it'll be-
butter sandwiches lately.
It wasn't in the right spot. That's why I couldn't find it.
Oh, we found it. He just didn't look hard enough.
You're the one who cooks my food, so I don't know.
Somebody moved it because they used it on.
Yep,
the
we'll have to go. Texas Val.
I had 2 English muffins in there and they're gone
Can't
too.
wait.
English muffins.
I gotta get down there first though. Not for a visit, for staying. Oh, but
I paid off my surgery, so now I'm paying for the camper with my posh money. Damn, girl, you must be killing that damn Poshmark. Pay for that big ass camper with it.
oh, you didn't get. I thought you got an extra ticket
Mm.
for some reason. I don't know.
John says the butter's next to the bed.
Hey, Todrick, how are you, dude?
What?
Did you eat my English muffins that were in there? I had 2 English muffins left over from last time I cooked sausage muffins, and they're gone. Did you eat them?
Oh, I didn't eat them.
Somebody ate them, so they're gone.
Oh, I didn't eat it.
Maybe the mouse got a hold of it.
That would include me cooking for myself. You think I'm gonna do that?
Are you gonna cook, Sally?
Not gonna happen.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like the ghost of the chipmunk
Why
has
not? You make
passed.
bagels for yourself.
That past is rearranging the fridge and
Yep, I think so.
eating the muffins. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well,
Mm.
it's 11 o'clock. I got to get out of here.
All right. Yep,
Thank you
I'm
for
gonna think
having
we're gonna
everybody today,
Wrap
Valerie.
it up. I hope everybody has a great day. Wish me luck, and
Luck.
we'll see you all.
Get busy.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye,
Love ya.
everybody.
Bye.
Get busy.